Appreciate you sharing your screen on that, Mike.
Oh, sure.
That helped us shed some light on it.
Yeah. Well, we have mine up. Let's go ahead and Tara sent me the updated graphic for that logo, so we can go in there and get that in now. So I was going to do that this morning. I just got back from my run, and here we are. It was time to jump on this.
And was that in the hero funnel?
No, it's in my home val, top one.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in there. So we're going to click edit page. And once we click edit page, it's going to bring us into the editing software. This is also similar to ClickFunnels. So anybody that's got experience with ClickFunnels, this should be almost a direct translation. The major difference is that the bar is on the left side of the screen instead of the right side of the screen. So other than that, everything's almost identical. These guys did a pretty good job copying. So we would click on the specific element. So is this the graphic that was updated for you?
No, that's the one you and I did. And then we actually augmented it the other day with Alex and everybody saw it. I haven't had a chance to upload the new one yet. I just got it this morning. So
okay.
I will put it in.
Which graphic are we looking at?
It's the same one, it's just bigger. So yeah, we redid all these.
That is where he wants to replace it. I think he misunderstood your question.
Oh, so we do want to put a new logo in where this logo is at the top.
Yes, it's just a bigger one than that. Yeah.
Awesome. Let's scroll down on the left
We
side.
have to actually upload
Thank
it
you, Leslie.
into so high level.
We're going to click on the image here. And then what we would do is go ahead and upload an image. So do you have the image saved somewhere on your desktop?
Yeah, just get rid of that thing, whatever. Cancel. It's go into photos, or I can just do it real quick. It's in photos.
I'll let you do it.
Okay.
There's so much going on here.
Yeah.
Mike's desktop is special.
Yeah, it's very special.
I've hopped on with Mike a couple of times. Great guy. Desktop needs a cleanup though.
It does.
I've tried. I've had Mac sessions with him. He just...
That looks great, Mike.
Oh, that looks good.
That looks great.
Wow, that was nice. Let's save that bad boy.
I would put some on. Well, I guess you can leave that top right all the way at the top. That looks good. I think that looks good.
You know, when we changed this, Brian, because we were playing around with the padding and stuff, how this changed. So maybe we were doing it under mobile. Let me look here real quick.
Oh, that's another one. Thank you.
Yeah, we were doing it in mobile. So
Yay, more questions.
Ike, how did you know what size to make that? Because I need to resize mine too.
you know, Tara did it for me because it was just too small, and so she was playing around. She also centered it and then redid it. God, it looks great. Because let's go ahead and do it on the bottom one too while we have the second to do it. So I'll pop down there. Take this. So I just take this one out, correct?
No, so don't delete. What you'll do is look over on the left bar, you can see the images right there. So that Firebase storage, that's the image for Krista. Click pick image right there. And then go ahead and just select the new logo.
Where'd it go?
Which it should be just above, I believe that's Tracy, right? Just above Tracy's head.
Right there, I think.
Right there.
Ooh,
There we go. It's because it's a white image with a transparent background. So it blends in oh so well to the white background.
It'd be great if we could actually label our images in the image library.
Yeah, that would help. Yeah, for sure.
That would be a great thing. I think that's an awesome suggestion for high level. I'll put it on their idea board.
Cool. That worked out. So that worked out really well. Yeah, for this funnel, I've just got a couple more testimonials to put in here and shoot the videos, and that one's done. So
That's awesome.
perfect. All right. Did you want to see? Let me just look at this really quick here. So we went through the mobile. If there's anything that jumps out at you, Brian, let me know.
I think the person that would know these best would actually be Alex. But it looks great to me.
Yeah, we went over this on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Like, it looked really good aside from the logo.
Yeah. So all right, then I'll give it back so you guys can jump on another question. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike. Anyone else have questions? I know Kevin's got a couple that he's going to
Okay.
populate. But let's see if anyone else has questions really quick before we jump back to Kevin.
Right. Just want to add Sherry. You might want to have her Snapchat updated too.
Okay, awesome.
She doesn't have the forms. Yeah. Thanks, Sherry. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone that doesn't have forms, if you can post that in the chat, we'll make sure to go back and get those knocked out. Sorry, Julia.
Right, there's a question in the chat from Kevin.
Oh, Linda has her hand up.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
I was just, something came to mind. I've been having some struggles. This is super silly, but with my logo, can I just share my screen? I'm kind of thinking that maybe it needs to be changed, at least for the website. I'm gonna share my screen and show you, because looking at Mike's and looking at other people, I'm not saying they're simpler, but they're simpler in terms of, mine has a watermark. And I keep running into problems with people being able to emulate it. And so here's that's the transparent one. So am I going to be able to use this on that website, or do you think I need to change it up?
As long as it has a transparent background, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to use it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll work on it today, like try to get it in this weekend and see how it looks. But it just, this triggered me to think, I'm like, oh my gosh, another thing that my logo might not work for.
No. So as long as you have a transparent background, that logo should work perfectly fine. You might want to adjust the color of the background on that particular section of the landing page, though. So I believe the background color on that section of the landing page is kind of a purplish color, which your blue in that there's some deep blue elements in there. It may blend in with that. So maybe just a color adjustment of the palette on the actual template itself, and that would work just fine.
Okay, I also have this logo without the watermark. So I guess that's an option too.
Okay, absolutely.
Anyways,
I will be back
thank you.
on next Friday as well. So I'm gonna be doing this for consistently every week until we get this down packed.
Okay,
So
and
I
I'm
wanna
getting
make
into
sure
the
that-
Mature method, the trainings. So yeah, it's been a slow process, but thank you.
Absolutely.
Did I stop the share? Or can you see my entire screen right now?
Still sharing.
Okay,
We're
I have no
patiently
idea
waiting.
where everything went, like to stop here. Found it. Thank you.
Hey, Brian, did you get the video that we did the other day that I recorded for you and sent to you?
I did, and you sent that to Krista as well, correct?
I don't know if I did or not. I think
I have it.
Alex, did you? Okay.
Perfect. I looked at it. I saw there was other people CC'd on it. I saw Krista, so I was like, okay, we're good.
Good.
So this is, no one's jumping in. This is what the mobile version of my thing looks like. It's a little bit formatted.
That is very interesting.
It,
That's one I haven't seen before. Kevin, shedding new things to light, man.
you know,
Way to go.
I'm a fantastic breaker of things.
Let's go ahead and share your
Boundaries.
screen again and let's take a peek and see what's going on. Let's pop the hood.
I break things. I push boundaries. Okay, so here we go. All right, so that particular funnel is this one here.
Yeah, it's definitely not supposed to do that in any way, shape, or form. So
Yeah, and
I
if
think
did
I
that, it
know,
looks,
I think
you
I've
know,
got an idea of what's going on.
that's okay. All right.
That looks good. Huh.
Yeah, you can't trust these.
Show me your phone again really quick. Wow. So
Well,
it's just moving it over to half of the page.
Yeah, but then it's full and a little further.
yeah,
down.
then the video
Yeah,
is
then
full.
it's full for that image.
Well, but that one's actually not, because it's actually
It's
it's
off-centered and to the right.
bigger than the phone. Yeah, it's just over to the right, so it's not resizing it.
That's
And
interesting.
then this picture goes up into the header.
And it
and stuff.
doesn't show that on mobile here. Ooh, this is gonna be a fun one, Kevin.
Yeah, see, there's a video there, right?
Okay.
Well, that does that there, so maybe I can just adjust that thing there. But yeah, so there you go.
All right. So let's scroll up really fast. I want to check one thing. So that YouTube video seems to be an issue. Or not YouTube, but the video itself. Let's click on the video. On the left side, go ahead and scroll down. So it's iframe. Can you copy that code really fast? And let's
Yep.
open a new
Yeah.
tab or like a notepad or something. I just want to see if the code says like fit to fill, or if the code says a particular. Okay, so we do have a particular width and height on that. So it's giving us 640 for width, 360 for height. And that's probably going to be too large for mobile.
Yeah, I mean, I like to have that dynamic, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't have the code off the top of my head to make it dynamic. But I just know that looking at the width and height.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to notate this. I have access to jump into yours. Let's try this first and see if this works. And then once you've made that change, if it's still having the same issue, you and I can set aside some time early next week, and I can dive in and fix this, and then we can show how we figured it out, how we fixed it on next Friday's meeting as well. I want this to be done as soon as possible, but
Oh, good. So do I.
yeah, that's a unique one. I haven't seen it. Let's hit save and see if that fixes our issue. But no, that's freaking weird.
Oh yeah. I'd also love. I know this is all the SEO stuff. I'd love to know a little bit more about what level this goes to. Is this the higher page? But that's another conversation for another day.
The SEO itself is going to be based off for like your Google search rankings and all of those good things.
Okay. So this is. So I saved it. Let me just load it on the phone again. Oh, isn't that interesting? Ah,
Okay.
so the video threw everything off.
I had a feeling that was the issue, because that was
So I mean, the video's still not great. So it'd be good.
video's not right, but
Get that dynamic. But that threw everything because it was trying to fit in the video, so it squeezed everything over to the.
well, and seeing that video was the only thing that was pushed to the right side of the screen, that's why I went, that's got to be the issue. Let's take a look. So
That's this.
I
video's
think
still not right.
a fix for that. Bert, do you know the code parameter for that to make it dynamic by chance?
Rex is looking at that right now. So yeah, bear with me. Also, sometimes depends on the host. So I see that Kevin hosted this on Vimeo. We'll probably send you guys some examples on how to make those dynamic depending on where you're hosting your videos. But yeah, we'll send it through an email, I guess. Rex is
That'd
looking
be
at
great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can do that.
Yeah, no problem. And also, guys, going back to that SEO thing, well, just like what Brian said earlier, this works exactly like a ClickFunnels thing. So SEO from a ClickFunnels, when you're using it, is like it's the header, description, and the image, how you want to appear on search engines. That's what it is. It does have some impact on your rankings though, but not that much. But of course, depending on the keywords that you're using from here, just like that, there's an example right there below. So if you want to put in an image, put in the description and header, that preview is going to show you, like when people find your website, that's how it's gonna, show you, like show them your website in the search engines.
Right. So is there a I guess what I'm asking is there a best practice sort of guide that we can have for this? So like I think most of us understand SEO, but just the best, like these are the best what we found the best results to do if you enter things in such and such a way.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have well, most of the time, if you're really targeting a specific location, so SEO, as you all know, it's all based on keywords. So put in the location, put in the niche you're trying to target on the keywords. That's basically one of the best practice I know from my experience. Anything else outside in that, if you really want to be specific on the search, one tool I can suggest is if you go to Google AdWords, look for specific keywords that you want to use, put in for your funnels. That'd be great. Just pick whichever best fit your product in the funnel.
Cool.
Another best practice that kind of goes well with that is, so let's say that's what's my home worth, right? So what's my home worth is that's what type of funnel this is. So do for the title, what's my home worth in whatever the zip code is, or whatever the city is, or the neighborhood, or make it specific to your market, to your location. And then in the description, I would actually have the very first sentence mimic whatever the description is. So the more times that you repeat it and the more repetitive you are in your keywords and in your description, the better Google is going to pull and rank that particular thing. So it works the same thing with YouTube as well. So like we would do a particular description for what's my home worth in Kansas. Then I would say, then the very first thing is, have you ever been wondering what your home is worth in Kansas? And then you would go through an actual description, add in the specific locations, the zip codes, all of that good stuff into that description, plug them all into the meta tags and the keywords itself. That'll give you a much better search ranking.
Hey, Brian, you can be a little more precise on Google, correct? Where on Facebook, we have a minimum of 15-mile radius. Like we have 4 zip codes here in Carlsbad. So the whole city, I don't think is 15 miles. So we're going to be going outside of that.
Yeah.
So would I want us to still say Carlsbad, or I won't say a specific zip code because we have too many zip codes, but I could say the city, but I'm going so far outside of that on Facebook.
What I would do is under those keywords, I would add what's my home worth in Carlsbad, what's my home worth, and then I would do each and every single zip code for that location. Then I would do what's my home worth in Encinitas. Then I would do what's my home worth. So I would just go down and I would find, okay, this is my 30-mile radius that I want to target or I want to work in, or 10-mile, or what. I don't want you guys driving like all day, every day. That's insane. But I would pick your radius, your location, and then just add in each unique identifier for each of those that you
Each one? All right.
So zip code, area, I wouldn't do area code, but zip code, neighborhoods, city names, all of that kind of stuff. It's going to help your search rankings.
Got it.
And plus, Mike, it's organic, so you can put in whatever you want. You won't be constricted to having to encapsulate the entire 15 miles.
Yeah, this won't run.
Because this is the organic stuff that you're.
Got it. Okay.
The ads we have to because we can't discriminate, but people are searching us through these tags, so it's a different.
Yeah, the Zillows and the Realtors and Redfins of the world take up the majority of those search engines right out of the gate. So Google pulls a lot more unique identifiers now than just your meta tags, your description, your keywords. There's a lot more that goes into it. They're actually going to pull any video that you have in that landing page as well. The keywords that come from that video, the description, the meta tags, all of that stuff all goes into how you're going to be ranked on Google. So this is the first step to making sure that you can be seen somewhere on Google. All of the additional unique identifiers need to be in place as well, which is a lot.